Hey, it's Pause from Pranapause Yoga. Today I'll be unboxing the Rode Wireless Go 2 microphone. I chose this device because the Rode company has been around for a while. They have about 50 years of experience rather than being one of the new companies that just popped up as a result of the pandemic. So I'm hoping that their product will be of great quality and one that lasts. This is the second version of the Rode Wireless Go, and what's special about this one is that it comes with two microphones, which is perfect if you want to host an interview or if you're hosting a yoga class with two instructors or training or a workshop. So this is a really great feature. It's also really useful because it can transmit a very long distance, up to 200 meters line of sight. So you're free to wander around your yoga space and even host in a larger space like a gym or auditorium. My goal is to be able to connect the Rode Wireless Go 2 to my iPhone 12 as well as my MacBook Air. I've heard some of the past reviews that the old MacBooks required an auxiliary cord in order to make the connection between the laptop and the microphone transmitter. So I've heard that the new MacBook Airs don't require this extra cable. So we're going to check that out today, see what we need. I bought some extra Apple connectors in case we need them. We'll see what works. So let's go ahead and unopen the box. I'd also like to point out that I am not sponsored by Rode in any way. I'm just making this video as I go through this exploration of what technology works for me as a yoga instructor online. So here we have the Rode Wireless Go 2. We are getting this opened up. So this is what we have in the box, the Rode Wireless Go 2. First of all, we have our little quick start guide here. It's very handy. We have two microphones, and you can tell the microphones apart because they have the power and the connection switch here, indicator lights, and then the microphone input. Should you be using a lavalier? Then we have the transmitter. Doesn't have those indicator lights on the top. Does have a mute button and a connection button here. We have three cute little fuzzy windscreens, three USB to USB-C connectors, and one 3.5mm to 3.5mm connector. Let's get this set up and we'll give it a try. Okay, well that took a minute, but I've got it. First of all, let's talk about this cute little hat. This is the sound buffer, but it is adorable as an accessory. Love it. Okay, anyway. So out of the box, the microphone and the transmitter needed to be charged. So the first thing I did was plug those in. Those are USB-C input to the devices, and then regular USB 2 to go into your computer or whatever other USB charging device you have. To charge directly with my MacBook Air, I used the USB-C to USB adapter, but I could also just plug it into like an old phone charger or anything like that to charge. So that was pretty easy. Then I had to figure out which plug on the MacBook Air to plug the microphone cord into, and this is the sort of headphone looking cord. And in order to get that to work, there is a headphone input on the MacBook Air Model 2, but when I plugged into that, it wasn't giving me any sound, even though it looked like it was recording. The lights were on. It said it was connected to whichever microphone, 1 or 2, but nothing was coming out when I clicked record. So in order to make it work, I pulled out the USB-C to headphone jack adapter and plugged the red cable that came in the box into that, plugged into the computer, and the transmitter immediately worked with the computer. So that was great. The sound quality obviously is hugely different. I've used 3 different microphones throughout this video just to emphasize the point. The first microphone that I used in the beginning, where I was speaking directly to the camera like I am now, that was the microphone that's built into the MacBook Air Model 2. In the middle, when I was showing you the unboxing and all you could see were my hands and the equipment, that was the microphone on the Logitech 290C, which is my camera that I use sometimes with my PC. So then this that we're listening to now is the Rode Wireless Go 2, which sounds phenomenal. And if you watched my last video, go back and watch it. That was when I was recording just through my phone in a crowded gym setting. I was teaching at a gym. It was an evening class. My students were off camera, but I was on camera. If you want to check out that video from yesterday, I will link it below. Definitely an example of a yoga teacher online who needs a microphone. So this is a huge upgrade. The other big thing that I've noticed listening back to some of the earlier parts of this video is the echo is gone. I'm in a room with hardwood floors and not very much furniture as I'm using it as my yoga space, but it has a huge echo typically. So I'm really grateful for this Rode Wireless 2 Go microphone. I'm going to take a step back to where I teach from a lot of the time, and we'll see how the sound is from there. You may notice that I took off the cute little fuzzy hat. I typically am very soft-spoken, so I don't think that I'm going to need it, but it's definitely useful to have, particularly if you're going to be speaking directly into the microphone, up close and personal. So I'll leave it off for now and perhaps add it later on. I'm now heading back to my yoga space. This is where I teach from. I can do all of my postures here, teaching from across the room. I'm really excited about the way that this is picking up my voice, and the echo that I usually have in this room seems to be gone. So all in all, I'm really pleased now that I figured out a workaround for getting the Wireless Go 2 connected to my computer. I'm super stoked. So I'm going to post all of the links to these products in the comments. So if you're interested, go ahead and check out those links and you can find a similar setup to mine. I hope it works out for you, and I hope you enjoyed this video. My handle is Pranapause if you want to hit subscribe on my YouTube channel. I'm going to be posting some free videos, also some more about the technology and some of my favorite yoga products. So I'd love to see you next time. Also check out my website, pranapause.com.